Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube, and to be honest, it's been a heck of a journey. What I've learned in 1 year as a YouTuber, I really think it would be nice to share some of my struggles and my journey so far with you guys. I remember I have always treasured the idea, I've always nursed the idea of owning my YouTube channel long prior before I even started, even though I wasn't sure what exactly, when and how I was going to start, but I was very sure. I nursed the idea, I shared it with few people who were close to me, okay, even though I didn't know how to start, okay, even though I didn't know how and when I was going to start, or what exactly I want to be talking about, or if I had the necessary things to even start, but I've always nursed and treasured that idea. But I also was very sure that I wasn't ready at the time, because I thought that once that I started, I wanted to give it my very best shot. I wanted to give it everything. I remember recording my very first video. If I am not mistaken, I don't think I recorded or I filmed that video less than 10 times, just because I felt like something wasn't perfect, something wasn't the way it should be, and all of that. I wasn't sure I was ready to face the world, and I wasn't even sure if there was anybody who was going to listen to what I had to say. So no matter what I did, I felt like it wasn't still enough. I felt like I wasn't maybe fluent enough. I wasn't confident enough to face a camera. I wasn't sure if I had the proper editing skills, because I had to read up and I had to prepare. Of course, I did my research, what I needed to do to even start. Even though I saw a lot of videos that were saying you didn't have to do much, like you just have to have basic things. But for me, I didn't want to just start with not being sure. I wanted to be double sure, okay? But no matter what I did, honestly, it wasn't like I did everything. Like, I always felt like something was holding me back. Something was striking. After reading a certain book, I remember the person said, you never know how much progress you've made until you start. So I eventually decided to start. So it's exactly 26th of November 2022, I posted my very first video. But I also remember putting the video together. I was very nervous, but at the same time, it was fun for me. And that was the beginning of very firm and important part of my life now. Because once the idea was in my head, I found myself thinking about it almost every time. So what this year has been for me, and lessons that I've learned, I'm going to share with you in a very short way. So one of the first lessons I learned along my YouTube journey is that YouTube is more than filming and editing. Okay, it's about educating and entertaining in a simplified way to help your audience understand it better. Okay, YouTube provides a platform for developing or building several skills. I don't know if many people understand this aspect of YouTube. For instance, before I came on YouTube like the way I did, of course I know that there were so many people who were learning one or two things, but I didn't know it was this deep. I didn't know you could learn this much on YouTube. Okay, I didn't have any knowledge about hair making. I've tried. I feel like maybe I wasn't handy enough. Okay, so at some point I wanted to learn how to make hair, so I tried learning from people. Of course, I'm not saying I devoted a full long course period to learning, but from just looking at people, see the way they were doing it, I wasn't still getting it. But I can tell you boldly today, I'm going to fix a picture on this video to see the hair I made myself. Like, I was just so proud. Really, I learned this on YouTube without anyone having to instruct me in person, like one-on-one. And that means it's working, honestly. And I wish that more people can leverage on this learning platform, on this learning space, to grab the knowledge that they need. So, more importantly, YouTube provides or doubles up with reasons why we need to improve in our editing. YouTube provides us with reasons we have to double in filmmaking, editing, photography, graphic design, and the art of storytelling, amongst a host of other things. And the beauty of building these skills is that they're highly transferable. They don't just act as supplements. It means that YouTube incentivizes you to build skills and then display them for the world to see. And opportunities present on YouTube to help many creators become entrepreneurs. So that's one great lesson I think everyone should learn. So the second major lesson I learned on YouTube is patience and perseverance. Honestly, YouTube has taught me a lot of patience and how to build my perseverance, because I can tell you it's not that easy for you to, spend a lot of time or invest time, money into your content, and yet you're not seeing tangible progress. Like, it's not going the way that you thought. Okay, so and building a successful YouTube channel takes time. It's unlikely to become an overnight sensation, and there may be times when growth and progress seem slow or stagnant. Honestly, those are the keys that will keep you going: your patience and your perseverance. Patience and perseverance are key tools to develop. Key traits to develop. It takes consistent effort, dedication, and patience to see long-term effects. To see long-term growth. That's what I mean. Okay. Now, but what I would say to upcoming, will I call it upcoming now? What I would say to small YouTubers like myself who are just starting is that whatever works for you, okay, keep doing it. And what doesn't, throw them out of the window. Because I do not think, from my own experience, I do not think that there is a one size fits dimension or style that fits for everyone. I've listened to several content creators. Today you see something like how to grow your YouTube channel from this to this, how I did it overnight, how I did like this. I've tried. Honestly, I'm trying to be very diplomatic. I'm not the kind of person who comes to come and water down the efforts of people, especially when they put in genuine effort. Okay, so I've taken time to listen to majority of these creators, and I've tried to a good level. I'm not saying that I've done everything exactly the way they've said it, but I've tried in my own little way as a small YouTuber to apply some of the basic things that is necessary. Okay, and I think that the most that happened was that, not for me alone but for many other people who have listened to, is that you get a short blast of energy and then you're back to the status quo. But I'm going to say, and I'm genuinely saying, that these tips or whatever ideas that some of them have shared are very, very helpful. Emphasis on very helpful, no doubt. Okay, but it doesn't mean that it works perfectly for everyone, because if it does, by now I don't think we'll have anyone, or maybe very few persons, who are struggling with growth on YouTube, because I'm sure that that's what majority of small scale YouTubers would always, or who are also interested in doing, because everybody wants to grow their channel, of course. So I think that, or I wish that by now I can boast of thousands of people watching my channel who are subscribed to my channel, but unfortunately I do not have that yet. And patience and perseverance is what keeps me going to continue to make intense effort and put in commitment, because that can be tiring and draining, to be honest. So the third lesson I want to emphasize on my journey is consistency. Honestly, consistency is key if you're going to make progress. Significant progress on the YouTube platform. When I first started, I actually wanted to start off consistently, but I struggled with that for a while. But after a few months, a couple of months after I started, I tried to really become, I was consistent. Consistency simply means you are regularly posting content and you are sticking to a particular schedule that helps your audience engage and build some sort of reliability with your content. Okay, so would I say I've been consistent this 1 year? Yes, I've tried. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I post at least once every week. Now, consistency doesn't really mean you have to chunk out large number or quantities of videos every day. No, it simply means that you have a particular dimension, or you have a fixed schedule of posting that your audience is familiar with, or that your audience are familiar with. Okay, that kind of help them build reliability, that definitely they are expecting something from you. And I learned that at a very early stage, even before I started. So I worked on my consistency, and honestly I can say that I have been consistent, except for this last, let me say, just 2 weeks ago, because life happens. Okay, life happens. You guys should pardon me. That's the only time I'll say. But from the time that I made up my mind to be consistent on this platform, honestly, I've tried to be consistent. That is one advice I'm leaving for anyone who is a small YouTuber that is just starting. It's going to help you, and it's going to help you relate with your audience. So the next lesson I want to emphasize along my YouTube journey that I learned is quality over quantity. Okay, while consistency is very important and paramount, it is equally important for you to focus on delivering high quality content rather than just chunking out a large quantity of videos every day. Okay, so there is a need for you to learn certain skills that will help you, like your photography, like your editing, like your creating quality thumbnails that will attract your audience, like choosing relatable topics that your audience can, they can relate with. And yeah, it's generally about making well informed research, proper edit, and offering value to your viewers rather than just chunking out a large quantity of videos every day. So I learned this also at a very early stage, and I learned from a lot of creators, okay, a lot of YouTube creators, the essence of all of these things, working on your thumbnails. And I think I try to work on that, even though I'm not there yet, okay, because prior, before I started, I didn't have any skill on editing, on filming, or whatever, but I tried to, and I gave it time. Okay, I'm not there yet, but I'm still working on it. Of course, I'm a work in progress, so hopefully praying that the skills get more improved as well. My editing, my thumbnails, my SEO, I learned working with SEO as well. I try to incorporate some of these basic things because it is very important to offer value to your viewers. I'm not there yet. My title, sometimes I struggle with my thumbnails, my title, with SEO, with all of these things, okay, but then we keep working at it and we hope that it gets better. Yeah. So the next lesson is engaging with your audience. Okay, it is important and it is imperative to build a community. Building a community around your YouTube is crucial for long-term success. So, and I learned this early as well. Okay, so you need to engage your audience as well. Respond to comments, stimulate feedbacks, ask questions, incorporate their feedbacks as well. Very important to respond promptly, make suggestions, allow them make suggestions. I mean, even into future content. But I thought, okay, or maybe I think that if your audience is not that grown, maybe you might struggle with this, because it's one of the things I'm struggling with. At least let me speak for myself. Okay, so my journey, I know many times I've tried to simulate people's responses by asking them questions, asking them to drop feedbacks and all of that. It's always like a struggle, but I think that okay, let me say it this way, that I don't think that people are really obligated to. That's the way I say it. So I can only be hopeful that, they give me proper feedbacks when they get value. Sometimes some people just don't want to say anything. They don't want to comment on a public space. They are just shy. Some people are introverted. For so many reasons, some people do not. But it's always very good if you are lucky to have an audience that, can return feedbacks. It helps you know how well or how much you're doing, where to work on. Like, they help you practically see what you need to improve on. But in my own case, I am just hoping, okay, because before I started, okay, I used to think that maybe probably all the people that I know, when I tell them about this, they'll be glad to support me. But I wish I can boldly say that it is the same for me, but it's not, because of course I understand that nobody's obligated to come and put comments and give you feedbacks and all of that. People have things they're dealing with. But if I have it today, I'm going to be glad. Like, if you watching me today can decide to be like a loyal audience of mine, you don't know how much that is going to mean to me. So, but for everyone who has once in a while or one time or the other supported me or dropped a comment, that usually makes me very happy. I mean, really glad. But some people, I had to force them, like people that are close to, of course, not people I don't know at all. But for people that I feel like their family, their friends, their colleagues, there are some of them, not all, like some of them I can really easily relate where I can spot them into, dropping a comment. But there are for some others who will promise to do that and they do not. So whatever case yours is, if you're upcoming or if you're a new subscriber or a new YouTuber, don't take it personally. It's part of life. But hopefully, we hope that as your community grows or as the audience grow, it gets better. So the next lesson is learning from analytics. Analytics is not strange to people who are already on the YouTube platform, but if you're not, you might probably not understand. But anyways, let me just share this for the benefit of small YouTubers like myself. YouTube provides a wealth of analytics and insights, okay, about video performances, video demographics, and engagement, all the engagement metrics. So you need to take time to analyze this data to understand where you are at, so that you can make informed decisions about your progress. Not just your progress, about your content strategy, about targeting specific audience, about optimizing your videos for better performance. So that's why you need to take the time. You need to study. You need to know what each means, what each metric is about, how you can improve on it, whether you're doing well on it, and all of that. So that's one other lesson. I didn't know anything about that before, but YouTube, I learned that on YouTube. If you want to make significant progress, you will get used to the analytics and learn from it. So the next lesson I want to share is evolving and adapting. I've learned on YouTube that you need to evolve and adapt. The YouTube landscape is constantly evolving, and it is important to stay abreast of new trends, algorithm changes, and emerging formats. So you need to be open to learning new skills, honestly, and you must be able to experimenting with different styles, with different strategy, different trends, and adapting your strategy to stay relevant is very, very vital. Okay, that's something else I learned on YouTube. If you're doing a particular thing in a particular format and style and you're not getting results, that's why I said, or I mentioned earlier, that if something is working for you, keep doing it. Whatever is working for you, keep doing it. So you don't have to copy dogmatically from everybody else. If you're not getting significant results or progress on it, then you need to work on it. You need to change your strategy. Maybe you need to improve on what you're doing, get abreast of information, data, okay, that will make things better. I'm not there yet, like I said, but I'm hoping that it gets better with all these things that I've learned and I'm implementing as what did you call it? What's the word I'm really looking for? As I get to incorporate all of this as well. I've incorporated some of them, but I'm not there yet. Like I said, at this point, let me appeal to you. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm going to appreciate if you can click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that each time I post a new video, you're going to be the first to be notified. And I also like to hear from you. What do you think I am not doing well? If from your own assessment, maybe if you have taken time to listen or checked out some of my videos, or if you have not, if you are just a first timer on this channel, I would really like that you go through my videos and see if there's something you think I need to work on or improve on that I'm not doing very well. I appreciate your honest feedbacks, your responses, and your suggestions for future content, okay? And that is going to go a long way to help my channel. Another thing I've learned is that I've learned YouTube monetization strategies. I've learned, like, you know, the requirements. I need to stay abreast of all of these things, and those are things I've learned. I don't think I need to bug you with all of that, but they're just from my own personal journey. But yes, you need to stay abreast of monetization strategies. You also need to be aware or collaborate with other YouTubers. It helps you leverage on. Me, I've not done any collaboration because I don't think I have any audience, and I'm not sure. That's what, maybe I might be wrong, but I thought that I don't think any YouTuber will want to collaborate with me because I don't even have an audience they can leverage on. That's what I think, and I don't know if they will find it selfish of me to want to just leverage on them because they have an audience. Probably, maybe I made more friends or I know people on a personal note, it could be a thriving ground for me. But I don't think I know so many people. You know, I'm just a small YouTuber, I'm just starting out. So, but I hope that I'll be able to, you know, be involved with collaboration with other people as time goes on. So, thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. And this is me saying honest. YouTube is a gateway to business for people who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to earn, who want to do so many things. There's so many opportunities on YouTube. If you're still probably telling yourself you don't have what it takes, I think this might be a cue for you to stand up and take the step. Like, yeah, I wish I could boast of a better growth, better because to be honest, after a year on YouTube, I don't think that I am not in any way close to where I thought that I would be, but I'm not going to beat myself over it because like I said, I've learned patience, I've learned perseverance, and that it takes significant time to make progress on the YouTube platform, especially now that there are so many channels, like there are so many, you have so many people you want to compete with, so many things that you have to deal with on, like, before it got really saturated. Okay, I hope that you understand what I'm saying. So this is only the start. This is only the start. While I'm incredibly grateful and excited for the little progress, because for me, that progress doesn't really seem so much, but I'm incredibly grateful and excited for the little progress that I've made in the year 2022, because of course I actually have more views than my audience, just that people did not subscribe. Okay, I believe that there's still so much more that I need to learn or that I need to show you. So I'm going to plead with you to subscribe to stay posted on this journey. Subscribe to stay posted on this journey to making education entertaining. I love to hear your thoughts, your feelings, your feedback in the comment section. And I will see you in my next one. I remain peace, Ogunbi. Thank you for watching.